welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been enjoying vlogging again because I now have my own camera, got a tripod with it, microphone, and then I also have like a little light where I can like put on the camera with it, but I have to get like I think AA batteries. I may have some in my drawer, but I don't feel like trying to look for it right now. But yeah. So I'd say for like the last week, it's been a pretty good week. There has been some like bumps in the roads, but what week doesn't have like some bumps in the roads? But yeah, so I don't know if you guys know this. I have a vlog on WrestleMania weekend. I would say on a scale from 1 to 10, it was like a 9.5 for me. There were matches I liked. I would have loved more non-title women matches too. Definitely would have loved some of the matches that I saw go the other way instead of having the actual winner. But what are you gonna do? I'm not the one producing these matches. I'm just here watching it for the entertainment. That's what these stands for. And a lot of people are talking about it being like a new era. I I want to say there are some things I have noticed about the new era, like definitely like with camera transitions going from one different storyline to another different storyline instead of it being kind of like a camera breaker kind of thing. And I would definitely like that. I definitely like that. It was just kind of like it transition itself to one storyline that's happening in the gorilla or backstage going into the crowd and going into the ring. Um, the intro is now completely changed instead of it being like how do I say like reels of like old matches, current and act from former and retired WWE superstars to like current WWE stars and yeah. But they changed it to it where it made it look like a lot of people are saying kind of like a Marvel cinematic intro. And I have to say I actually kind of like it. It kind of gives it I can't explain it. It just feels like it makes it so more important now. So yeah. Now I'm not gonna say I'm I'm just not completely like convinced we're in the new era. A lot of people can probably say, yeah, we're in the new era and blah blah blah. Me is I just feel like give me a month, I'll probably see a huge difference. It takes me a while to notice like any changes from one era to another era. But my main thing about WWE's these commercial breaks are so ridiculous because they'll be like, oh, okay, so like first hour commercial free, or so they say. It'll be like 7:56 is when they start showing commercials. That is not an hour. You say an hour is from 7 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. And then because of the commercial free hour, you start getting more commercials going into like the main event. And you're like, didn't we just come back from a commercial break and now we're going to another commercial break? Like, good God. Because that is literally what happened with this last Monday Night Raw episode, where it was a fatal four-way for the number one contender for the world heavyweight championship with Damian Priest. I was like, okay. It was like we had a minute before it went to like picture in picture with the commercials being more taking audio. I was sitting here like, did we just come back from a commercial break? Good God. I'm hoping when it moves to Netflix, no more ads. I'm so sick. I'm trying to watch matches and I'm sick of going, we'll be back. Commercial break, blah blah blah. Okay, this less commercials. But I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people will say like Raw after Mania is like as big as the Raw before Mania. But I'm gonna tell you this: last year's Raw after Mania was interesting, and that's a Minnesota way of saying that was just terrible. Because the whole the ending to last year's episode after WrestleMania was just plain confusing to me. Because I'm like, why in the world would Brock Lesnar attack Cody Rhodes and they're supposed to be tag teaming together for the main event? I'm like, what is going on? I feel like we still haven't got like a clear explanation on what the hell that was about. But this one was a little, I would say, pretty better because they did announce that the WWE draft is going to be happening later this month, and they did bring a couple of NXT superstars. But yeah, sorry, I had a blank for a moment. But yeah, I would say it was pretty better than last year's. Now, all I want is I have I'm not 100% sure, correct. I just have a feeling that because the Kabuki Warriors are still the women's tag team champions, that maybe Bianca Belair and Naomi might form a tag team and face them and take the titles off of them. If not, kind of build that up to like Backlash. I would say this. Oh, I forgot to mention, with the new era, they finally split the tag team titles where for like a good 2 years it was like an undisputed tag team titles where it was both SmackDown and Raw. So they so they finally split it. People aren't really excited about who won the SmackDown tag team titles, but everybody's happy as a camper to see Awesome Truth finally have the tag team titles. And I even told my sister it has a bit of similarity to like the Bloodline storyline. So let me kind of like explain explain it. Okay, so like if you don't know, Sami Zayn made his found his way into the Bloodline, and pretty much Roman Reigns was kind of like entertaining it for a bit up until like Kevin Owens was like, I'm challenging Roman Reigns. And then Roman Reigns, knowing that Sammy is good friends with Kevin, to say, you need to betray your friend if you want to be a part of the bloodline. So during the Royal Rumble, I think it was last year? Yeah, last year. Sorry. It was last year. This was 2023. Where Roman passes a steel chair to Sami saying, pull the trigger. Pretty much meaning hit Kevin with the chair. And Sammy was pretty much hesitating on the decision. And pretty much Roman was like shoving his face, pretty much being verbally aggressive with him. And that is when Sami Zayn hits Roman with the chair, making his decision on leaving the bloodline. When I tell you, I was shocked. I was shocked. And so yeah, and then it kind of amplified the bloodline story even more. So going into Elimination Chamber, because it was in Montreal, they had Sami Zayn at the main event facing Roman Reigns, but he lost. Is what it is. And then going into WrestleMania, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn decided to become a tag team partner and take the undisputed tag team titles off of the Usos, who had it for over 600 days. So they're the longest reigning tag team right now. And so going into WrestleMania Saturday, main event, the Usos to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, making the latter the new champions. So I'm like, okay, that's Interesting. And then now going into this year, 2024, where R-Truth came back. Well, he came back later at the end of last year and kind of making it seem like he was a part of Judgment Truth. What a national chapter. And Damian Priest, he was kind of entertaining it for a bit, be like, he's funny, just let him believe he's part of Judgment Day. And that's when they were like, okay, this is just getting annoying. This joke gone on long enough. So pretty much they attacked them, and hashtag DIY and The Miz came to save R-Truth, making like Regeneration X. Sorry, R-Truth is so funny. And also kind of like, not kind of, but pretty much recreating the Awesome Truth. And the Awesome Truth would qualify for the 6-pack ladder match for the tag team titles. And they established that the match will continue until both tag team titles have been claimed. So everybody was like, they're splitting the titles. And they actually did an Awesome Theory and Grayson Waller won the SmackDown SmackDown tag team titles. I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna state my opinion on that. You can see it on my face. I'm just. But now that SmackDown is the tag team title, SmackDown's been claimed. Everybody's now trying to get to the Raw. It looks like Damian Priest is about to claim the Raw tag team. Well, not claim, but retain the tag team titles for Judgment Day. But R-Truth, being the national treasure he is, comes in, does if I'm not mistaken, it was a 5-knuckle shuffle from his childhood hero John Cena, and does the adjustment, the attitude adjustment, sorry, to Damian Priest, throwing him over the rope, and then he climbs up the ladder and claims the Raw Tag Team title, making him and The Miz winners. And I was like, okay, this is, I can accept this. I ain't accepting SmackDown. I don't know what they were thinking. So yeah, sorry, my head is itchy. That's kind of the reason I had to get the rat tail coat, so that way I could like scratch my head. Because it's kind of hard to do it when I have my nails like at this length. Woo. Yeah. Did I tell you that you like start scratching your head and you just find those spots? It's heaven. But yeah, that was pretty good. So now that WrestleMania's over, everyone's now gonna be like, now what? Now that Cody Rhodes finished the story, what is what is next? That's all I'm saying. It's like, what is next? I'm honestly, we're just gonna have to see with SmackDown, because now he's on SmackDown because he won the the championship. I always forget the name of it because it's so long, and I'm just like, I don't have time to be thinking about that. But yeah, but that was good. I tried, and then on Monday I tried to experience the solar eclipse, but Minnesota decides no, we were not going to experience the solar eclipse, which I was so bummed about. Because then Tuesday decided to be sunny. I'm like, are you kidding me? You could not be sunny the day before and then be cloudy today? But yeah. But if you guys don't know, I do have orientation in 2 days. So I finally went to the closet in the bathroom because I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I was so afraid that I would find like a mouse or a colony of mice, and I would have been, I'm out. But I found a couple of red shirts. I am definitely gonna be throwing them in the wash, and then I gotta find some jeans. 'Cause I don't do khakis. Khakis are not my thing. Never were, never will. Yeah, I'm so excited because I have a planner, and I've already written out a couple of the next pay per view. So like going into, I don't know if you can see it going into May. So like on Saturday, and Backlash, and it's gonna actually be in like Lyon, France, which is kind of funny because 2 months later the Summer Olympics is gonna be in Paris. I don't know how far those cities are. I feel like I have to Google that off camera. And then I got the Megan Thee Stallion concert on the 14th, and then there's the King and Queen of the Ring tournament on the 25th, which I'm actually excited that they're bringing that back because they didn't do it last year. And then going into June, we have Clash at the Castle on the 15th. And then going into July on the 6th, we have Money in the Bank, which will be in Toronto. And then Summer Olympic ceremony. And then going into August. So right now, this is all I know for like WWE pay per views. So SummerSlam is like the only pay per view for like the next 6, 8 pay per views that is in the United States, while everyone else is actually around the world. So yeah. And then the week after my birthday, and then going into 3 weeks is the Berlin Bash. Bash in Berlin. Sorry, I don't know where I put that. So I've already like written down the next pay per views for the next 4 months. So yeah, that's like, if I hold on, I'm gonna count that. I gotta count. So we have two in May, three, four. All right, so six pay per views that have been announced from May to August, and one of them is only in like Cleveland, Ohio. And everywhere else is like Berlin, France, Toronto, Scotland. So yeah. So I can tell you the other places they're gonna be LOUD, because I saw how they were in like London with like Money in the Bank. Man, them people were wild. And then I have been keeping up with this journal, so so I actually you probably think this is so dumb, but I kind of enjoy like just like kind of like these parts where you like color in like the sorry, so like you color in the hearts for like your self love level for the day, and then like for the day's energy and stress levels, and then the intake of water, and then what your mood was for the day. I don't know why. I kind of like coloring it in. I clearly need to get a coloring book because I find it kind of stress relieving. So yeah. So I do have to start on today's. I'll probably be doing it off camera because it's much easier to do it off camera, so that way I can like clear out my thoughts. Because I'm I'm like one of those people who have like a million thoughts like going through their heads all at once, instead of it being like, okay, one thought at a time, moving on to the next thought. And then, like, I'll be honest, like, a part of me, so, like, for, like, the last 8 days, no, actually, I think it might have been not 9 days. I have not gotten a response from a guy I've kind of been getting to know. And like a part of me is like, do I want to text him again? Because I've already texted him like, sorry, I literally don't remember. I know the latest, like the most recent was Sunday. Yeah, so I had last Wednesday, actually last Thursday, last Tuesday was the last time he actually responded. Then I responded on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And I haven't responded since then because I'm like, clearly something's going on, and I can't keep trying to like reach out if he's not responding. But like I'm saying, like another part of me is like, I gave it a couple of days. Like I gave it to. It has been like 5 days since I texted him. Maybe I should text him. But then another part of me is like, why am I the one reaching out to get a response from him when he should be doing the same? It was like that part of me where I'm like, why am I always trying to reach out to him and I'm not getting a response from him, wanting to do all that when I can just like move on, just focus on myself, like my mental health, my well being, and just focusing on other positive aspects of my life instead of just worrying like, why is he not texting me, why is he not responding, why he hasn't responded, X, Y, and Z, just stuff like that. But like, it's sorry, ooh, ooh, because I'm like, I don't know. Sorry, I gotta move because I'm starting to sweat a bit. Take this fan off. That way, I at least get a little air because it's starting to get warmer now. But as I was saying, it's just like for me, it's like that half of me is like, stop texting him because clearly he wants nothing to do with you and you're wasting your time on this one person when there are a million other people on this planet. But then another part of me is like, text him. Just it's been 5 days. Just text him and leave it at that. And that part is kind of becoming more stronger because I'm like, I gave it 5 days. It's just complicated. But I mean like I am kind of like also getting back on Tinder and just kind of like finding new options. But yeah, it's just it's just a lot. I'll probably tell you guys what happens like in the next vlog if I have text him or I haven't because like a part of me's like just do it, just text him. If he doesn't respond, he doesn't respond. But like at least you tried. But then another part of me is like, Corey, you've tried multiple times and nothing. Now and it's like where I'm like, yeah, maybe he's busy. Like I get that. Like we all have lives to live and all that stuff. But another part of me, it doesn't take that long to text me be like, hey, busy, been doing a lot of stuff and something like that. It's just how I work. Cause I've always been a person like where I might not text somebody immediately on the spot, but I'll be like, hey, sorry for the late response. Been busy with X, Y, Z or whatever. Stuff like that. But like for me, it's like he hasn't texted me back like over a week. He hasn't said, "Hey, I've just been pretty busy. just kind of focusing on whatever or be busy with whatever. So yeah. So like I just don't know. I just have to like really either think about it or really just kind of just distract myself from sorry mucus from something else. So yeah, I I think I'm gonna give it one more shot, and then I think if I don't get a response either by Saturday, I think I honestly might just move on because I got another guy my match with and exchange contact information, but it's Snapchat, and I'm trying not to be on Snapchat like that because I find Snapchat to be not like immature, but I just grown up from Snapchat. Like I just don't see the appeal of it anymore. It's just not for me. But yeah, I might honestly give him my Snapchat and just go from there and be like, hey, I'm not on Snapchat that much or whatever. It's just something about when a guy gives me his Snapchat, it just feels like he doesn't want an actual relationship. It's just like something about it just like screams red flags to me. I don't know if that's just me or if that's like something other women and even men like find that kind of weird. Hold on. Sorry. I have to like change my a little channel because some Jersey show is coming on, but I'm just like, do I really want to give this guy my Snapchat? Because I just don't find Snapchat appealing anymore. Like, I've grown up from it. It's just like, I'm like, it's not like I'm saying like Snapchat's immature. It's just I've grown up from it. And I just find a man that's around my age giving me his Snapchat kind of like a red flag. Like, you don't have like a phone number that you can give me to text. It's just, it kind of just makes me feel off. Like, why give me your Snapchat when you have a phone number? I'm just saying. It's just something about it. Just kind of rubs me the wrong way as at 25 years old. Now, if this was like me at like 19, 20, or 21, okay, I would have been like, yeah, here's my Snapchat, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not 25 years old. Like, I'm halfway through my 20s. Why in the world am I going to give you my Snapchat? I'm not even on Snapchat like that anymore. Yo, Hulu is so stupid. I don't know if you guys know this, but like OJ Simpson, he passed away, I think today. And I just went on Hulu, and like the first thing they have for their like advertisement is the FX The People versus OJ. It was like a I was like, are you kidding me? You guys are petty Hulu. Hulu's petty. But like, yeah. And speaking of that, I honestly do believe he murdered Nicole Simpson, Nicole Brown Simpson. I'm just saying that. That's just me. But, yeah. But back to what I was saying, just like the step to. I'm gonna put this on mute for a second. Like they're finally getting to the part where Ron comes back, and I'm like, took y'all forever, like literally that for like two whole episodes. But yeah, so I honestly I'm like really just don't think I just don't know. It's just like for me, it's just Snapchat. Just I'm at the age where I'm like I don't do Snapchat. Like I'm I'm a person who does actual text messages, like phone numbers, calling. I'm not a caller. I think I always hate calling people. Like if we're both iPhone users, like FaceTime or like just texting, like that's what I do. But I don't know. I just really don't find Snapchat appealing anymore. And for someone to be in my age bracket to be sharing their Snapchat information just kind of just doesn't do it for me. Because I'm like, we are adults. Like, you can't give me your phone number. I don't do Snapchat like that anymore. I sometimes refer like lie to me like I like my Snapchat because I'm being honest. Like I don't even use it like that. I'll sometimes go on it like every blue moon or whatnot. But like, come on. But yeah, I think honestly I'm not gonna do Snapchat with him because I'm just like it's not something I do anymore. I am 25 years old, going on 26 in less than 4 months. Snapchat's not for me. I'm too too much of an adult right now to be doing Snapchat. I just feel like Snapchat is just for more like teenagers, like you know, and then like young adults that just literally became adults. Me, I'm like I've been an adult for like a couple years, and it's just not for me anymore. It just feels like too much trying to do all that and like, but yeah. So I think I'm gonna send one more text to guy. Go from there. If I get a response, I get a response. If I don't, that's fine. And then I don't think I'm going to add the guy on Tinder on Snapchat because I'm not doing Snapchat anymore. I'm literally just gonna say I don't have Snapchat anymore. That's just not me. If you cannot, for me, it's just like if you can't do phone, like can't give me your phone number and text me like that, don't waste my time. I'm too much of an adult for Snapchat anymore. It's just not my thing. But yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your day, afternoon, or evening. Until then, bye guys.